In the bustling streets of Boston, on a cold January day in 1706, a child was born who would go on to shape a new nation not with a sword, but with ideas, inventions, diplomacy, and wit. His name was Benjamin Franklin, and he would become one of the most remarkable figures in American history. Benjamin Franklin's life was a masterclass in curiosity, perseverance, and reinvention. Born the 15th of 17 children in a modest household, young Ben had little formal education, just 2 years of school before being sent to work. Yet, from a young age, he possessed an insatiable hunger for knowledge. He devoured books, borrowed wherever he could, and taught himself the skills that would one day make him a printer, scientist, inventor, writer, diplomat, and one of the most influential founding fathers of the United States. At the age of 12, Franklin became an apprentice to his older brother James, a printer. This apprenticeship introduced him to the power of the written word. In secret, Franklin began writing letters under the pseudonym Silence Dogood, offering sharp wit and observations about colonial life. When his identity was discovered, his brother was furious, and tensions grew. By 17, Franklin ran away to Philadelphia, arriving with little more than the clothes on his back. Philadelphia would become Franklin's home and the stage for his rise. He found work as a printer, quickly earning a reputation for industriousness and skill. His printing business flourished, and he soon became the publisher of the Pennsylvania Gazette, one of the colony's most prominent newspapers. In 1732, Franklin began publishing Poor Richard's Almanac, filled with weather forecasts, proverbs, and practical advice. Sayings like early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise became part of American culture. But Franklin's mind was never content with just one pursuit. His curiosity extended to science and invention. He studied electricity, famously conducting experiments with a kite in a thunderstorm, though the popular image of him flying a kite in the rain is a romanticized version of the actual experiment. His work in electricity earned him international acclaim and the title the first American in European scientific circles. Among his many inventions were the Franklin stove, bifocal glasses, and the lightning rod, all designed to make life safer and more comfortable. Franklin was also a civic pioneer. He founded the first public lending library in America, organized the first volunteer fire department in Philadelphia, and helped establish the University of Pennsylvania. He believed in the improvement of society through education, cooperation, and public service. As tensions between the American colonies and Britain grew, Franklin transitioned into politics and diplomacy. In 1757, he traveled to London as an agent representing Pennsylvania and later other colonies. His diplomatic skill and charm made him a respected figure in British society, though his advocacy for colonial rights often put him at odds with the Crown. The Stamp Act crisis deepened his resolve for American independence. By the time of the American Revolution, Franklin was an elder statesman, yet his influence was unmatched. In 1776, he served on the committee that drafted the Declaration of Independence alongside Thomas Jefferson and John Adams. His wisdom and humor helped smooth political tensions, famously advising, "We must, indeed, all hang together, or, most assuredly, we shall all hang separately." Franklin's most critical role came as America's ambassador to France. With the colonies struggling against Britain's military might, Franklin's mission was to secure French support. In Paris, dressed in his simple fur hat and spectacles, he became a sensation, embodying the image of the noble American Republican. His charm, wit, and political skill won over the French court, leading to a vital alliance that helped secure American victory. After the war, Franklin returned to Philadelphia and played a key role in the Constitutional Convention of 1787, though. In his 80s and in poor health, his presence was a unifying force. When the Constitution was completed, Franklin urged delegates to set aside their differences for the sake of the nation, saying, "Thus I consent, sir, to this Constitution, because I expect no better, and because I am not sure that it is not the best." In his later years, Franklin continued to write and reflect. He worked to abolish slavery, becoming president of the Pennsylvania Society for Promoting the Abolition of Slavery. His final public act was signing a petition to Congress calling for the end of the slave trade. On April 17, 1790, Benjamin Franklin passed away at the age of 84. An estimated 20,000 people attended his funeral, a testament to the breadth of his impact. His epitaph, written years earlier, compared his body to the cover of an old book, its contents worn out, but promised that the work would appear once more in a new and more elegant edition. Franklin's life remains an extraordinary testament to the power of curiosity, perseverance, and service. He was a man who refused to be confined to one role or identity, a printer who shaped public opinion, a scientist who tamed lightning, a diplomat who secured the fate of a nation, a philosopher who believed that personal virtue and public good were inseparable. Benjamin Franklin, the man who lit the way for a nation not just with his inventions, but with the enduring brilliance of his ideas.